to Today's Seniors Living Well with your host, Lori Webb.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Today's Seniors Living Well, Fit and Safe. And we just spoke with Chief Morton from the Jackson Fire Department about a lot of ways to stay safe, including keeping your Christmas tree safe. So now we're going to talk about the fit part, because it's my pleasure to have as a guest Phil Lara. Phil, welcome to Today's Seniors. I understand you are a checker for Lifeline or an installer?
I'm an installer for Lifeline and have been for about 5 years.
Great. It's a great program, isn't it?
Yes, I enjoy the people, and I enjoy helping people. I think our purpose in life is to help each other.
Has that helped you have a successful retirement?
I don't know if I'm really retired, because I have a part-time job. Mm-hmm. And I do Lifeline, and I do some active things, such as I go to the gym and I ride my bike, and I still ski a little bit on the sunny days.
Oh my goodness! So
and I run.
You run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I don't have any pains. I have injured my body. I've hurt my knees and hurt my ankles, broken toes, broken wrist. But at this time, I don't have any pains.
So you stay really physically active.
I feel that in order to stay active, you have to have a purpose in life. A friend of mine told me that one time. And I finally realized that, everybody should have a purpose in life. And I think it keeps you healthy and keeps you moving around. And that's what I live by.
It gives you a reason to get up in the morning.
Yeah, I'm happy every day.
That's
I look forward to every day, and I'm good with that.
Do you volunteer at other things besides Lifeline?
Right now, that's all I'm doing at Lifeline, because I have a part-time job that I work 3 days a week.
Oh.
And so,
what kind of work do you do?
I work for a cabinet maker.
Ah.
So we're pretty active, putting cabinets into homes, and so, I'm busy.
You're busy. Yeah. So we see more of that. People that just, 65, 60 is not retirement age anymore, because you have something that you like to do and are skilled at. Were you a cabinet maker before?
No, I just walked into a place and wanted to see if I could get a part-time job, and I wanted to do something else. Actually, my profession was electrical work. Oh, mm-hmm. But I've always worked with my hands, so it works out all right.
Worked in pretty well. And what led you to Lifeline?
Another friend of my wife's was an installer.
Uh-huh.
And he came to me and said, you'd probably be a pretty good installer. Because I do have a background in electricity, so I don't have any problems with any of the connections.
Right.
And I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to the seniors, and because, a lot of these people live by themselves, and they need somebody to talk to. And I like the backgrounds of people and stuff. I don't probe into their lives, just take what I can get.
But I bet when you show up, some of them are quite lonely, and they start talking to you.
Yeah.
And we have a program called Senior Peer Counselors I might be interested in talking to you about, too.
Good.
But it sounds like you keep pretty busy between your job and the installation.
I have something to do every day.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. How long have you lived up here in Amador?
I've lived in Amador County between 11 and 12 years. I lived up in Pine Grove for 6 and down here in Jackson for 5.
And you said you're 80.
I'm 80 years old.
So did you retire up here? Did you come up here to retire?
I came up here I came up here to retire. I went to Europe.
So much for that.
I went to Europe for 4 months, my wife and I. And we came back, sold our house, and moved. Actually, we put all our stuff in storage before we went to Europe, and traveled around Europe as independent travelers for 4 months.
Boy, that must have been enjoyable.
Loved it.
Yeah? What was your favorite thing in Europe?
My favorite thing in Europe was enjoying everything with my wife.
Oh, that's great. How long have you been married?
I've been married 24 years.
Mm-hmm. And is she active volunteer?
She volunteers at the hospital here in Amador,
Okay.
in Jackson.
Great. So the two of you share that idea about you have to have a purpose.
Yeah,
and a
we
giving.
we enjoy helping people.
That's wonderful. The traveling part, I'm assuming since you're in such good shape, that's not over. Do you have plans to do more traveling?
No, I don't. I actually, in the job I had, I traveled all over the United States and Mexico, Hawaii, Alaska, and no, I mean, I'll travel here in the United States, but
That's not a big
it's not a big
draw
thing.
right
I've
now.
already done all that. I figured to do that when I was young, and I could move around and do whatever I wanted. So I don't especially like to go on planned
Cruises or tours or things like that.
I like adventure.
Oh,
I like the unknown.
So that was kind of the 4 months was exploring, not being guided around. If it's Tuesday, it must be Belgium kind of thing.
Yeah, we didn't have any reservations. Just got on the phone and let's go over here.
Great. That must have been a great time.
It
Good
was.
memories there. Yeah. And Amador's known for being, a good place to retire, but it sounds like it's also a good place to come and have the second stage of your life.
It couldn't be better. I'm either by the ocean or in the mountains. And I don't really enjoy anything in between too much. I mean, I go to the desert because I have a son that lives in Arizona, and I love it there. It's fine, but I'm ready to come back. And I love Amador County.
It's a great place.
We're here to help each other, and the people are great. And, after coming from a big city, and I enjoy the big city. I don't think, I do like it, but this is nice.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we moved up here to start our sort of life, and I think we found the place where we want to retire too, if we ever get around to retiring. That just doesn't seem to be a thing people do anymore. So
I don't know. Retirement is when you're getting something from your working years, and then you still have to do something.
Yeah, fill in the time and participate. So you found out about Lifeline from someone that was working for Lifeline.
Yes.
And if there are folks out there that are kind of sitting at home being bored, do you have a suggestion to them for how they should reach out to the community?
I think that, yes, there's so many resources here in Amador County that you can volunteer to that I think we all, if we're capable, should go out and do what we can for each other.
For each other and build the support network.
And then again, it gives us a purpose.
Right.
For getting up.
And actually, at the Senior Center, we have a guide to volunteer opportunities in Amador County, and it's a fairly full little book.
Yeah.
So any of you out there that are sitting around and wondering what you should do with your time, you should come down to the center, look through the book, and follow Phil's example of finding something that he likes to do. As physically fit as you are, you must have been active your whole life.
I've been active my whole life, but I think it's got a lot to do with genetics because I eat what I want and do whatever I want, actually.
Which includes skiing.
Which includes a little bit of skiing. Running is a lot harder than skiing. Skiing is nice, fun.
Yeah? And do you run like just around town or?
Well, I run I don't run outside too much anymore because of vision problems. Our roads here are kind of up and down and a lot of holes in them.
Yeah.
So I'll run on a treadmill and then sometime, and I don't think I'm going to keep running much. The last run I did was the one in Sutter Creek, which I ran a 10K.
The bypass?
Bypass run. So it's quite a few hills. There's two, and unfortunately, I've done athletics all my life, so it's hard for me to give up and not finish. And I finished it, but I was pretty tired. Because there's lots of hills in that run, so I think I'm giving that up.
So, and you said you ride your bike.
Oh, yeah, I'll ride my bike. I ride my bike sometimes from here up to Pine Grove.
Oh, my goodness.
Up Clinton.
Talk about hills.
Yeah, that's all. But it's okay if you take your time. And I've ridden a bike most of my life. And And I only take what the bike gives me. I don't try to go fast uphill.
Just take your time and go and enjoy it.
Yeah. They pass me up, it's okay, I'll get there.
Oh, that's good. Do you think that, other people that maybe haven't been very active most of their lives should start slowly? I think part of your mental attitude has to do with how physically active you are.
I think that it's my belief that it's hard to tell people, yeah, you should exercise, because if you don't know how to do it, you can't do it. And I think the best thing is if you have access, get on an exercise bike and just pedal.
Just pedal and get
pedal
started.
A little bit,
Yeah.
and have a partner so that you have to meet at a certain time. And you have to be there, because it's so easy to give it up. For me, it's in me.
You do it.
I don't need it. I have to do it. I like it.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
We do have several exercise programs in Amador County at the Senior Center. We have the Classy Kickers that meet Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to do low impact. And then we have our Foothill Fitness at 7 locations around the county, which it's a group kind of social thing. And I think a lot of people are taking advantage of that.
That's a good thing.
So, yeah. Well, I'm the chairman of the ATCA board, and I would like to thank you for your service as a installer, because it's such a valuable program. And you heard Mark Morton talking about how he feels it's very important for seniors who live alone to have Life Alert, not just seniors, but anyone. So thank you for that, fellow.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in today. All right, folks, stay tuned. We're going to make the full circle and go back to talking about stroke with Tamara Harding from Sutter Amador Hospital. See you after the break.